Hello everyone and welcome to Lois and Morgana Davidson Art. It's Morgana here and today I'm excited to share my latest painting of this pair of geese slowly winning their way over some impressionistic sand dunes at low tide. I'm starting today with a piece of hot press watercolour paper, size 28 by 38 centimeters, and I'm wetting the top half of the paper with clean water. I'll be using the popular card swipe technique to set up today's painting. I'm using an old store card I no longer use and squeezing out 3 colours of paint fresh from the tube onto the short edge: indigo, sepia and burnt sienna. Using careful horizontal movements, hold the card at an angle to the paper and use it to apply the thick paint roughly across the midsection. A little bit of extra water from my spray bottle will help to get this thicker paint moving. I'm also using a bit more indigo paint and my 2-inch flat brush to create a very simple sky. Now it's time to bring some colour from the card swipe down into the foreground. For paintings such as these, I tend to stick with a fairly limited palette, using the colour that's already on the paper to add detail, which helps, I think, to give the painting a connected feel and bring some lovely colour harmony into the painting as well. At this point, I've returned to using the card to help create the flat slope of beach here, although this could also be done using a paintbrush if you prefer. You could also use a palette knife instead of a card to apply the first strokes of paint for something like this. It all comes down really to finding out what works for you. Once you're happy with the shapes you've created, leave the painting aside to dry flat. Once it's fully dry, add your bird outlines lightly onto the paper using HB pencil. I chose this pair of geese in flight from a free use photograph available on the website pixabay.com, but at this point you could certainly choose another bird if you think it would fit your composition better. Remember that these card swipe watercolour backgrounds can be a little bit unpredictable, and two will seldom look exactly the same even when done exactly the same way with exactly the same colours. As you can see, I'm adding a few small details into the painting before starting on the birds, such as these spiky dune grasses here, and I'll be adding a few lines across the foreground as well, just to indicate the lowering tide and help connect those lines that I added with the card swipe earlier. To paint the birds today, I'm using mostly sepia watercolour mixed with a little white gouache to create various tones. The gouache makes the watercolour paint opaque, which means it shows up a little better against this indigo sky. This is of course entirely optional. If you don't enjoy the effect that the gouache gives, you can always stick to using regular watercolours. Once you're happy with how the first bird looks, it's time to go ahead and repeat exactly the same process for the second one. You can even add more if you like. And with that last finishing touch, we have the finished painting. I really love how this one turned out, and I hope you all enjoyed the video as well. This one was a bit of a time-consuming process done over the span of a couple of days, but it was well worth the wait, I think. So thank you all for watching today. If you enjoyed this video demo, then please do consider following the link below to my Patreon page, where you'll find even more video demos like this one to watch, as well as some free use reference photos to download and use as well. But that's all from me today, so I will wish you all a wonderful rest of the week and very happy painting to you all.